Dort. This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to dunk. This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
I'm Josh Giddey, and I'm down to dunk.
Hey, this is Kenny Hustle, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Darius Bazley, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mike Muscala, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Poku, and I'm down to dunk.
I love cereal. Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cracklin Oat Bran.
Oh, I can have these. I'm gonna share with my team, but I'm gonna hog most of them.
Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down to dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke, joined this morning by Andrew.
I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool, pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
And Taylor.
I got a hot date on a cool night. Look at my girl, we're gonna get in a fight. Gonna take her to the bar, go on the town, dance all around like we're partying down. Tisha,
Did you make up that song? What song is that?
Did you make up that song?
I made that song up. I forgot to think of a song, and I had for some reason I got a hot date on a cool night in my head. I said I'm going to start with that. Let's see where this goes.
Oh,
Wow. It really
like it.
seemed like you made it up.
Thank you.
yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Speaking
Cool.
of making it up, the Cavs made up a trade with the Utah Jazz yesterday. And they can
That was shocking.
It was. When it felt very much like the Paul George trade, where you look at your app and you're like, what? That's not what anybody's been talking about. I haven't heard anybody talk about the Cavaliers as a legitimate team for him. It's funny because we talked about it on the Tampering podcast a few weeks ago, and Fred had mentioned them.
Really?
Yeah, but he was just like, I'm just spitballing here. He's like, I haven't heard this. But yeah, they ended up, it's a very interesting trade.
Do you think that he was really spitballing, or do you think that he actually had heard some murmurs?
I don't know. One can speculate.
I'm team murmur.
I'm also team murmur.
So this is the full trade. It's Donovan Mitchell to Cleveland for Lauri Markkanen, Ochai Agbaji, Colin Sexton in a sign and trade, 3 unprotected firsts, and 2 pick swaps.
Man,
what do you think, Tayshaun? What are your thoughts on the amount that Cleveland gave up to get Mitchell?
well, I think if they got think about how much they got back for Gobert, and so then they're like, well, now you're definitely gonna have to give us something for Mitchell. And for Cleveland, it makes sense to me. It's like, you know what? Let's just do it. We got our guys right now, and then if we can get Mitchell in here, how old is Mitchell? 24.
He's 25, I believe.
25.
Yes, about to turn 26.
It makes a lot of sense to me for that those two teams together. They make that trade. Make a lot of sense. So I like it. I think Cleveland is pretty good, actually. The East is stacked this year. There's so much talent in the East, but I really like that. And that's a team that can be pretty good for a long time. And then Danny Ainge, I saw now we have the same amount of future firsts as the Jazz, or the Jazz have the same amount as us now for the next.
The Thunder still have more, but I believe it's close.
Yeah, I saw they both have 15 over the next
Oh,
I think it was 5 years.
I thought Utah had 13. Maybe I'm wrong.
Either way, though, I mean, they blew this up so quickly, and they have set up their picks. I mean, Danny Ainge. We've seen Danny Ainge work with a bunch of picks before, which was not much. He didn't really do much with it before, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, he did get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown from the picks that he traded for.
Yeah, but then didn't he still have like 14 or something left? He still had 13 or 14, and
I don't think it was that many because no one has ever had this many picks like this. People have had like a lot of first round picks, but never this amount. Like Sam has basically like kind of broken everything with regards to like how many picks you should try to acquire. What he did in the summer of 2019. So yeah, I don't think he had quite this many. You know, even Sam Hinkie never had anywhere close to this many firsts. Hinkie had a ton of second round picks, but he never had, you know, the Thunder had 18 first round picks at one point. You know, the other teams have never done that before. So this is it's still kind of new to see how this will work. And Danny, he made a lot of bad, like mid first round picks. But he got Tatum and he got Brown, you know?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like those are the ones that matter.
Well, not to him anymore. He's out. Now he's got to do it again.
Well, that's how he got the Utah job. Is basically because he picked those guys, you know?
Yeah.
I like this trade, though, for Cleveland a lot. I think they're going to be a very fun team. And
yeah, I would agree. The thing that's really interesting is how young all of these guys are.
Yeah.
Darius Garland's 22.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's an all-star last year. He's 22 years old. Evan Mobley's about to turn 21. And like those are their two best players. Jared Allen's only 24. I mean, we're talking
about Jared Allen only 24.
I don't know. He is it, and then Mitchell, you know, he's older than them, but still on like the timeline.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't quite get with like wanting Cleveland's picks. Is like they have team control over Evan Mobley all the years that they've got these picks. So I mean, I guess there's still a chance that maybe he gets hurt and things crash and burn, but like I think, and Alex has addressed this on Twitter and Alex addressed this on Slam and Jam, but like, wouldn't you want? I think like you would rather have picks from a team of guys that are in the, you know, in their 30s and kick the can as far down the road as possible, you know, because you know that like those guys are either not going to be as good or they're not going to be in the NBA. But with these guys, all these guys are going to be in the NBA still. And if they can keep this core together, I mean, that's very interesting. Also, like Cleveland, they traded a lot of picks. Cleveland has their pick for 23. They have their pick for 24 as well.
Wow.
So
good job, Cleveland.
So they're going to be able to either use those in trade or they can use them to pick, you know, guys at the draft. So like it's not like they're completely hamstrung now. They will be in the future. But let's say they pick somebody in one of those drafts that's really good. Maybe they get a wing or something like that. And you can still develop slowly while being really good. I mean, Cleveland could be great. I mean, and I think a lot of people are counting on this, that Evan Mobley is going to be a really good player, like all NBA level player. And if he becomes that, like Darius Garland's not leaving that team. Maybe Mitchell's not leaving that team.
Yeah.
If Evan Mobley is who people think that he is. So it's just an interesting, like it could end up being a bunch of picks in the, you know, teens at best, but probably in the 20s. If if things work out the way the Cavs think that it will. But also, I mean, people clowned on the Thunder at the time of the Clippers trade, saying like, "Oh, you just traded for a bunch of picks in the late 20s. Good job," But you just never know. Same thing with Houston. But the difference was that they had stars that were in their 30s already. The stars on this team are 22 and 21. That's where it's kind of more perplexing to me why you'd want those picks. And if they really did have a chance to get a trade package from New York, like give me the Knicks picks like every single day.
Andrew, maybe they just really, really like Colin Sexton. Maybe they're like, wow, we really value this Colin Sexton guy. You know what? If we could get him in this trade package, wow.
Kind of a weird part of late first round. Yeah, because they pay him, and apparently he was looking at the qualifying offer.
Yeah.
As like his way to get out of Cleveland, where he would play one more year there and then be an unrestricted free agent next year. But somehow gets a boatload of money. And I think it's a fine deal. Like, I don't think like it's going to be a detrimental deal for Utah.
What is it? 4 years, 64, something like that? 72.
It's like basically like what Dort's making plus a couple million.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
It's not a terrible deal. And when the cap spike happens, it's going to look like it's just he's going to look like a bench player. I mean, that's what bench players will make, which is going to be so weird when bench players are making $17 million. I mean, that's
real equality, dude. Equity.
We're working toward equality here. Someday we'll get there. We do have a Twitter question related to the Mitchell trade from Thunder CPA, please. Theoretically, our Donovan Mitchell trade is only 1 or 2 years away. Realistically, which player would you like to see the Thunder trade for if they were available? Anybody stick out that you would want on this team? The thing is that you have to think of is
Luka Doncic.
Luka would be nice.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Oh man, that'd be nice.
A big wing that can shoot is something that this team lacks, or just shooting in general.
Yeah.
So trading for somebody that was like drafted in the last 5 years that can really shoot it, I think is something to target. Now, who is that player?
Well, you're zigging. I'm gonna zag. Bring back Russ.
Bring back Russ
in the next 2 years, Luke.
In 2 years, bring back Russ.
Bring him back.
He's big.
He might be out of the league. We can probably just bring him back just for fun. He actually might be signing one of those like 1-day contracts.
Wow.
By then.
Andrew, you're about to get some hate for that.
Why?
Well, because you're saying he's going to be out of the league. Jeannie Buss said he was the best player on the Lakers last year. All right. Did you watch more Lakers games than Jeannie Buss?
I did not, but there's a big to do about all of that. I can tell you that much. That was an interesting one. What about a guy like Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah, I mean, to me, not same tier as Mitchell. Even 2 years ago, Mitchell, not the same tier.
I know. It's really difficult for me to go like realistic and like dream a little bit, too.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
You're looking at the right teams, though. I mean, it's teams like that have like smaller market teams that don't end up doing anything with their good players. So I think you're looking in the right direction. We need it. What are those teams?
Oh, Miguel Davila just brought it up, and I just looked at the name. Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If-
Still
what if-
not Donovan Mitchell tier to me, but
No, he's
very
definitely
good.
not. No, he's definitely not. But that one is interesting. Or, and I don't know if this guy will ever get healthy, but like Michael Porter.
Yeah.
Like if he ever became, if like Jokic wanted out or something, which I just don't even see any of that happening. Or he's just like, I just want a different situation, you know.
Yeah.
You easily trade for a guy like Michael Porter. But I worry about his back, you know.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
I worry about him being insane.
Also a concern that I would have as well. Yeah, it's
Devin
it's tough.
Booker.
Yeah, I mean Devin Booker's still pretty young. He would fit. He'd fit fine here.
I think he'd work out okay here.
Be all right. I'd be okay with that. A dream, like a pipe dream, and maybe it's not just because he plays for this team. But what if Anthony Edwards wanted out?
Oh my, yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah,
That is the team. That's the right kind
was-
of team. That's the one.
Yeah. Let's say 2025, summer of 25. They've been at in and out of the first round, every single year.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs a change of scenery. The Thunder can say, "Hey, don't worry, we'll give you 5 first-round picks for him, and one of our good players, Usman Jang."
In 2 years, I would love that.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, they're going to have opportunities, though.
How old is Jaylen Brown by then?
Jaylen Brown. He was 19 when he was drafted, so he's still, I don't
24,
know.
25. Is he around Mitchell's age?
Yeah, he's going to be like 28, 29 by that time, though.
Good, right in his prime. Players play until they're 40 now, so primes are extended.
Jaylen Brown will turn 26 in October.
Never mind, too old. Luke, do you feel like you're still in your prime?
No.
When do you think was the last year of your prime?
Yeah, what was
last year of my prime? Probably, Lord, 24.
What? No.
Oh man,
I'm way past my prime.
I don't think so. I think you were still in your prime when you took a hiatus from the podcast because you were going to karaoke too much.
It's around 24. I'm an old dog. Is this my deep dive?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well,
actually, I do have a deep dive. Are you guys ready for it?
Yep.
I have a problem, and it's that I'm stinkier than I thought I was.
Oh.
And I have to apologize to everyone for being stinky. I did a poll on Twitter because I got into an argument with one of my friends about how often you're supposed to wash your sheets.
Wow, you're bringing this up. All right,
yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know how often. He's saying he washes his sheets weekly, and I was flabbergasted by that. It's like that's way too often. So I did a poll on Twitter, and apparently 14% of people are washing their sheets weekly. 38% are washing bi-weekly. 35% are washing monthly. And 13% are washing less than 12 times a year. That's once a month. That's less than once a month.
Are you in that camp?
Not anymore.
Oh, really? This kind of shook you.
It did shake me. I'm moving up to bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly? You're going from less than 12 to around 24 times a year?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big shift.
I know I'm going to have to really I'm going to have to spend a lot more money on Tide.
Why would you wash your sheets?
What?
Why didn't you wash your sheets?
Because I get into them. I shower at night, so when I get into them, I am clean. Thus, they remain clean.
It's like saying
never
you have to clean your shower because you're just using soap.
Yeah, same thing. I don't have to clean my shower because I am using soap.
Well, here's another question about so the towel that you use after your shower. How often are you guys using the same towel before you get a new towel?
I would say I use it 3 times, maybe 4.
Yeah, I use it around 3 or 4 times as well.
Did I say I meant to say 34?
Yeah, so did I.
3, 4. Okay. Well, I'm really happy for you, Luke. Daniel Sinney says, "What about a guy like Cat if he wanted out?"
No, he's a loser.
Yeah, I'm kind of out on Cat. Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't even want that energy. It's not even about like basketball. It's like I just don't want that guy.
It also is kind of about basketball because like he was supposed to be something more than this.
He was.
And I don't want that on
You should have been more.
Yeah, you should have been more. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and do some Twitter questions. And we're back after that quick break, and it's time for some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions. You got questions and you ask them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it.
All right, our first Twitter question. Let's answer one from @twiceGotti, who wants to know, when would it be appropriate to start looking at free agent vets for the 23-24 offseason?
So I wouldn't look at free agents. 1, because the Thunder don't get free agents, and 2, the Thunder aren't going to have roster spots for free agents either, because they're going to be adding another rookie. They already don't have we still don't know what's going to happen with regards to like a lot of the players on this current team, because several of them are going to have to be cut before the start of the season. So I would say they're probably not going to be making moves for vets then. But I would say like the 23-24 season is definitely a year where it's going to be like, I don't think they're sitting anybody at any point during that season. You know, I would be very shocked if they started to sit anybody.
Yeah, Luke, what do you think? Are there any free agent vets out there you'd love to see on the Thunder? Little Caron Butler.
Yeah, I think we got to look to the past in our future and bring back some classic Thunder vets.
Is Derek Fisher going to make another comeback with the Thunder? No, I would just say they will have to figure out where their deficiencies are, and you saw this with the very first team too, because they played most of a season still with a guy like Nanad as their center, and they're like, yeah, we are just not tough enough to play in the Western Conference. And that's when they went and got Perk. So I would just say that they're going to let this young team play for a while to figure out like where is our deficiency before they go try to find it. Because honestly, I don't think they would even know what the deficiency was until you see them play. You know, you can have ideas about what it could be, but you don't know until you actually see it on the court. I think one is like obviously shooting, but maybe somebody develops. Maybe Chip England teaches some of these guys to shoot. Who knows? But you have to wait to see what the deficiencies are before you start to try to fill those.
And also, they're probably going to fill those gaps by way of trade and not in the free agent market.
Yeah, most likely. You know, if you can get a Nerlens Noel here or there, great. Otherwise, yes, it will be a trade.
Hey guys, let's go to our next Twitter question. It comes from
Hey, Luke.
Cowboy Germ.
Hey, man.
Who?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Who says SGA most likely will be the first Thunder player to 30 points this season? Who is the second?
That is going to be the second player to score 30 or more points in a game this season.
Gosh. I'm either going to go, man, with Chet out, this is going to be weird. It's either going to be Dort or, you know what? I'm going to be goofy. I'm going to go J-Dub here.
Oh,
I think J-Dub's going to have some early success.
wow.
I think he's going to have some opportunity. I think he's going to go off.
Wow, that would be great. I'll say Trey Mann.
You can
I
if
will.
you want.
I will. That's what I'll say. Yeah, I think Trey will be ready to go this season.
I think it's going to be Dort.
Yeah, Dort's a safe one too. I think Dort will be the second leading scorer again, which is not ideal.
It is kind of ideal.
I mean, it's awesome. I love Lou Dort so much. Gosh, I cannot wait to interview Lou Dort again. He is just a joy. He really tries to not smile. And it's the greatest thing because he just has to smile.
Why does he try to not smile?
I don't know. He just does it though. Like he's just got this giant smile on his face and he's like really just trying to not smile. And it's hilarious and it's amazing. He's just great. That guy is the best. I'm glad that he's here for the long haul. All of you guys should too, because he's the freaking best.
That is so cute. Lou Dort is really cute.
He is. He's awesome.
When you look at Lou, you're like, that's a really cute guy.
He really is an awesome person. And a good player too. So,
And cute.
and pretty cute. All right.
Hey guys, let's go to our next Twitter. It comes from @fat_Drew. Who says, consider the amount of upcoming draft picks OKC has, Chet's injury, and the unlikelihood that Bazley will feature prominently in the Thunder's long-term plans. Can you think of a realistic Baze trade that would help balance the roster?
He suggests Baze for Goga Batadze. Well, I think that's actually a great deal if you're talking about balancing the roster and bringing like a center back. I think that's a nice deal. Goga is like the Bazley of the Pacers, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's like they're like, maybe we got the right guy just in the wrong position. You want to just switch these up.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really nice one. I would just probably rather trade him for a second round pick and just let it be done. I mean, am I wrong?
Wow, hater.
Dude, why do you hate Bazley so much?
I mean, I just don't think he's long for this team. That's all.
A second rounder and move on.
Yeah.
Cut your losses.
I mean, I think you play him this season and see how it goes, and then you trade him.
I wonder if this season is going to be a lot like last season where we kind of talk our Bazley mess at the start, and then we have to apologize and say, you know what? He's been pretty good. He's been pretty good.
He's going to have good stretches. He's got a lot of talent. He just hadn't put it all together yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had stretches where he's put it all together. And that's great. But
he is going to, if we trade him, he's going to be one of those players that whenever we play against his new team, he's going to like just go off and score like 40 points against us.
It could be the case.
That's going to happen.
It could definitely be the case.
Here's a question. Okay, because that kind of has some Jeremy Lamb energy to me, what Luke's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jeremy Lamb better than Bazley is?
They're just so different.
And the roles are way different. I mean, when Jeremy Lamb was here, the team was good, so he couldn't like really play that much. But I remember us having conversations with Jeremy Lamb where even when the team was good, we were thinking, man, should this guy? It's so frustrating. I feel like he should get more minutes. And then he'd get more minutes, and then it would be nothing, or he'd have games where he looked really good and like the perfect player that we needed. Just couldn't ever put it together.
Yeah, the thing with Lamb is like he could theoretically shoot, right?
Yeah.
Or like Baze just doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
He's not a shooter. And if that changed, I mean that's the thing. If that changed, then I think that he's a really good backup wing. If he continues to shoot sub 30% from 3, then it's hard to know what to do with a guy like that because he's not like an Andre Robertson level defender where it's like, oh my gosh, like he is elevating the defense so much. You know, he isn't. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what team he would be good with. You know, Portland is trying to get a lot of guys kind of like him. So maybe there's like a Portland deal that you could do, but I don't know what that would be. Like trade him for Greg Brown or something. I don't know.
Hey, let's go to our next sort of question. It comes from Zach Deeg, who wants to know what restaurant has the worst ice cream. Is it possible to have bad ice cream?
Chick-fil-A has bad ice cream.
Chick-fil-A's ice cream is not bad.
It's not bad.
It is bad. It is.
No, it's not.
It's just like frozen Cool Whip. I was eating it and I said, what is this?
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I had it the other day. It's not bad. I would say, and it's tough to call it bad because it's free. You guys ever been to Swadley's?
Oh, they're in some deep waters.
I have not ever been to Swadley's.
Okay, so it's a barbecue restaurant, and they give you can get a free ice cream cone. They just have like the machine sitting out there, and you can go get it yourself. Self-serve, soft serve.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good. Every time you're just like, why am I doing this? What am I putting into my body right now? Like, what's going on here? This is terrible. This is disgusting.
You know what you're putting into your body? Fraud.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's definitely the worst ice cream. I don't think there's really even a competition for how terrible it is. But it is free, so it's hard to say. Who is the worst paid for ice cream? Sonic.
No, Sonic is good.
Sonic is fine, yeah.
And you can make it exactly what you want.
How can you say Chick-fil-A is bad, but Sonic is good? That's what I don't get.
So I can go to Sonic and say, you know what? I want Butterfinger ice cream. Done. You know what? I want strawberry ice cream. Done. You can get exactly the ice cream that you want at Sonic. Chick-fil-A has one type of ice cream. If you want it chocolate, all they do is they put chocolate syrup over your frozen Cool Whip.
You had their shakes? They have really good shakes.
Wait, Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
No, I haven't had a shake, but we're not talking about that. Shakes are a different category.
Though.
Shakes are essentially ice cream to me.
I would agree.
They would call it. No, it's a different item.
I'd rather have a Chick-fil-A shake than a Sonic shake.
Okay. That's fine, but we're talking about ice cream. All right? If you go to Brahms, would you prefer a shake or ice cream at Brahms?
Just depends on the mood, man. It's all good.
Yeah. No, I want a mix, which I think is technically ice cream.
A mix is
ice cream.
Wait, how do you have a mix of ice cream and shake? Yeah. Like a shake is already a mix.
A mix is where you put the candy in it.
Yeah, it's the candy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the mix. That's what makes it a mix. I can't think of a place that's a bad ice cream, really.
Great Babe says that if you're getting ice cream at a fast food place, you're getting something with other stuff in it that you actually want. The ice cream is neutral.
Yes, I'd agree. I'd
But
agree
it's
with
a
that.
but it's a fantastic delivery system for the other stuff.
It's true. That's true.
Like a shake, it's really good.
But the answer is Swadley's. Okay. Next question.
Swadley's, I guess. I've never been to
Go there and
Swadley's.
you can pop in. You can pop into any Swadley's and just grab some yourself. Not even have to buy any.
Where's the? I think you have to purchase. You have to purchase some food.
You don't have to. No one's monitoring it.
Where is the closest Swadley's?
Memorial?
Yeah, Memorial.
Up by like
Best Buy.
By Best Buy. Yeah.
Up by where?
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Oh, okay. It used to be a Grandy's.
It's Best Buy, Luke.
I think that's correct. Yeah. Also, their barbecue sandwiches are pretty great.
I'll giving props to Swadley's right now. They stole $12 million from you.
I'll never go.
Allegedly.
All right, let's go to our next Twitter question, and then I have to leave. It comes from OKC Miffed. He says he started casually seeing a girl and quickly met her friends. He hung out with them multiple times now, and clearly one of her friends and him have a stronger connection. I don't know if she's into. He doesn't know if she's into him, but it seems like she is, and he is definitely into her. What does he do?
This could go two ways. Okay, here's one way.
Don't do it.
No, I say do it because what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? The positive is better than the negative.
You're going to lose your girlfriend and access to this new girl.
No, you just go after the new girl, right? If okay, he already knows this girl he's with is probably not the love of his life. Okay, well then take another swing. What if this other girl is the love of his life? Well, boom, you found the love of your life. Okay, you're not friends with this other girl anymore. Doesn't matter. You found your life partner. That's great.
Here's the question you have to ask yourself: how close are the girl that you're about to dump and the girl that you want to date? How close are they? Are they?
Here's actually the correct question. How casually,
Andrew,
are you? How casually are you dating the first girl?
Yeah.
Because you're casually dating her, but you're meeting all her friends, like that to me.
Yeah.
I don't think she would describe this as casually dating.
That doesn't pass the smell test to me either.
No, I think that's a little bit of an issue. Here's what you need. Here's what this guy needs to do: introduce her to his hottest friends.
Oh,
and then have one of his friends swoop in.
The old bait and switch.
Oh,
That's right. And then have one of his friends swoop in, ask her on a date, and then boom, it's okay.
So you try to set her up before you make the switch.
It's only right.
And you're not mad. She's not mad. You're not mad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like this.
Exactly.
That's fair. That is fair.
You know?
Yep. That's OKC Miffed. Go find your most attractive single friend and just start bringing them around.
That's right.
What if this girl's like in love with OKC Miffed though, and she thinks it's really, really serious, and OKC Miffed is kind of downplaying it? We don't know, OKC Miffed. We don't know if you're downplaying this just to justify that you're feeling a lot of lustful feelings for this other woman.
I fear that is the case, and that I think this girl could be his girlfriend.
Yeah, we find out they've been together for like 4 years.
Yeah,
just casually. Started casually seeing a girl and quickly met her friends.
I mean, I can see how that could happen, though. Meeting friends, if you were just going out on a couple dates and the girl was like, hey, my friends and I are going out, you should come out. I could see that happening.
Yeah, it could happen. If
I
it's
say
real-
swing. I say go for it.
I say do the L-man's trick, bait and switch.
Yeah.
Let us know how it goes. Keep us updated, OKC Myth.
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
We're rooting for you. Good luck.
Also, you could totally just lie about this and make this story completely ridiculous, and
Please
we'd
don't.
still be
No,
in.
we want the honest truth. We want the truth. We want to know what's really going on. This is a new series. This is our September series.
September series.
Before we get to training camp. Like, get us to the 26th is media day, so just get us there. Whatever, the 23rd, 24th, whatever it is. Yeah.
And if you could
go ahead, Taylor. I'm sorry.
I was gonna just say one more request from OKC Myth. If you could start sending us screenshots of text conversations that you have with either the new girl or your casual girlfriend, we'd love to see those too.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, we'll post that on YouTube.
Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, this feels like we're heading down a road of destruction.
I'm interested in seeing where this road leads.
Down the road to work.
All right. Peace out, L-man.
Goodbye.
Peace out, man.
All right,
Goodbye.
we got a few more questions to fire through. This one is from Matt Bangelope. Hello, Bangelope. What's the best case scenario for Giddey and worst case scenario for Giddey this season, removing any injuries? So just on the court.
This season, I mean, I love when people ask best case scenarios because it's like, well, the best case scenario is he shoots 100% from the free throw line, 50% from three.
No, 100% from three is the best case.
That's true. 100% from everything. He
Never
has
missed
0 turnovers.
50 points a game. Now, like a realistic best case scenario. So his rookie season, 12.5 points per game, almost 8 rebounds, 6 assists per game, with shooting splits 41, 26, 70. So realistically, a best case scenario is like 16, 8, and 8, shooting like 34% from three, like 45% from the field. Is like, oh my gosh, like Josh has taken a leap. Like that's what the league would look like if he were to make that happen. I don't know that he can get double-digit assists. Alex was on a podcast. I can't remember what it's called, but they were talking about how they thought Josh could get double-digit assists. The only problem with that is like he's not like the heliocentric player on this team.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of find that hard to believe. But if he's like 16, 8, and 8, and shooting 32, even 32% from three, up from 26, I think that's great. And then honestly, like if he shoots 26% from three again and is like 38% from the field and he's like still around like 12 or 13 points per game, and he's still going to average a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists. Yeah. And that's the thing. But if like the scoring is where it was or even slightly worse, which is possible, like that's not impossible. I think you look at him a little bit differently. Because I think a lot of people are projecting like an upward trend with him. And if he doesn't do that, I think it's like, okay, it's still a good player. A guy that's averaging like 8 points and 8 assists and, double-digit points, like that's a good player. But he may not be like the potential star that we all kind of hope that he could be.
Yeah, that's not really the player that you're okay with. I don't think there's any more trade Shea rumors at that point.
Yeah. Let's see. This is from @MassyDT. Which Thunder player were you most wrong on before they played here?
Perk, probably.
What did you
thought Perk. Well, I thought Perk was going to be a lot better than he was.
Yeah.
Like Perk was pretty good especially the first 2 years, first
Yeah.
year or two,
Yeah.
he was pretty good, and that really helped our team. I thought it was gonna be like change everything good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought it was gonna be like number one defense, just because he had that reputation coming out of Boston.
Yeah.
Was like their whole defense was anchored by Perk, and
Yeah.
and I thought it was gonna kind of be like that, and it was not like that.
Yeah, he was still only 26 when the Thunder traded for him too. So you
Yeah.
thought, like, okay, maybe he can even get a little bit better, but he had already passed his playing prime.
I thought that there would be some kind of offensive game there, like something.
Mm-hmm.
There was really not.
I was definitely most wrong about Steven Adams. I did not like the pick. I did not like the idea of Steven. I thought it was going to take time. I thought, like, why did they do this? But yeah, definitely. Daniel Sinney says Carmelo. Shout out to Summers of Sam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melo, I think a lot of us are wrong about Melo. I think we thought that he would not do what he did here.
Was Melo's year here? Was that his first year in his career where was that like the inflection point year for his career where it started going down?
Kind of was, only because he was being asked to like play a role, you know, for the first time, because he's in New York from age 26 to age 32, and he made the All-Star team every single year he was in New York. And it's because he could take 18 to 20 shots a game. And then even like he took 15 shots a game in Oklahoma City. You know, it's like 4 less shots per game than what he had in New York. But still, that was tough for him. And like his efficiency dropped from there as well. So I think that was tough. And like learning to play a role whenever you still like you have to remember that he made the All-Star team the year before he came to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
It's like
that is crazy.
He thought that he was that guy still. And it did. It was I think you're right to say like an inflection point on his career. I think it was. Because I mean Stephen A. Smith, and a lot of people dog on Stephen A., but like Stephen A. is a good analyst, even though he's just insane and hilarious and one of the greatest entertainers of our generation. But he really thought that Melo was going to be incredible for Oklahoma City. You know,
there was no reason to not think that Melo was going to be really good. Like, and if you say, okay, you can have Melo and he's going to take 15 shots a game, you're like, wow, that's going to be an 18 point a night guy. What did he average?
16 points.
16, but there were too many games where it was like 7 points.
Yeah.
9 points.
Yeah. 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 It was brutal. It was brutal. Okay, last question from Andrew Bubutu. If you could give up one of your 5 senses to have a different sense work twice as well, would you? In what sense?
I don't think that this sense goes away completely.
Yeah,
I don't need to smell.
Isn't smell a part of your taste?
But I think smell is it's categorized as a different sense.
It is. They are different senses. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see a lot of benefits to not smelling things. But also, I don't know. There's something about smell too. That's great.
I know, but think of your senses: hearing, sight.
You don't want to give up either one of those. Those are those are top tier senses. If we're going to tier the senses, seeing, hearing.
I don't know. I'd put touch might be up there. Touch might be 1 or 2.
That means you just don't feel anything?
Yeah, but you don't feel anything, Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I'm with you. Is that the number 1 sense then?
It might be. It really might be.
Wow.
Like, because if you can't hear, I don't know. I think smell is the least important sense.
Yeah, because you don't want to not taste food.
Exactly. Too much pleasure.
Yeah.
You get the least amount of pleasure from smell. Like, what's the most pleasure you get from smell? Actually, I'd argue that you have more displeasure from smell than you do pleasure.
I would like for you to keep a diary of that.
I think if we tallied it up, how often am I thinking about my sense of smell? I think it would come up more when I was smelling bad things than it would good things.
Yeah, because the thing about it is like the stuff you think about is like walking into like a bakery or something or whatever,
Yeah.
smelling like
It's nice.
cooked. It's nice, but you do still get to taste. Okay, so
Mhm.
what would you? So here's the thing: what sense would you want to work twice as well?
It would be cool to hear twice as well. Like if I could hear
If I
at
could hear
twice the
twice as well, I
distance.
would hear like a normal person. I think my wife would be really happy because the amount of times that I have to ask, like, "Huh? What?"
Yeah.
You know,
Oh no.
it's too much. So I think that would be a really good investment for me.
I think so. That would be good, but if you could give one of your senses a superpower.
What would seeing really good look like? Like, could you see really far? Like, could I zoom out? And like, would that even be beneficial?
I think you could. I think it would be like an eagle, think of how an eagle sees. Just imagine it.
We'll see. Yeah.
Just put
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not I mean if you could taste twice as well, that would be interesting.
Would it?
Yeah, I think so. I think if I could taste like if I could pick something up and taste it and know exactly what's in that and what, you know, portions or quantities of that is because I'm thinking about for cooking, right? If I
Yeah.
could taste something and be like, "Oh, I know exactly what's in this and how it's done." That would be pretty cool.
Wow. I think it would just lead to a lot of bragging, honestly.
It probably would lead to a lot of bragging, but, that's what life is all about, bragging and bullshitting. Dude, so it's talking about eating and being interested in flavors. So do you see these? These are almonds that
Yes.
someone gave us.
Yes.
They are honey and lavender glazed almonds. It is the strangest flavor because I put it in my mouth and it kind of tastes like I'm eating perfumed almonds.
Yeah, well, I don't understand the lavender thing because like there's like lavender ice cream.
Yeah, this is way too much lavender. It's a strange taste, but it's one of those things where I've never had something that tasted like that. So again, I'm like, oh, this is so weird, and then I just keep eating them
Yeah.
because it's so strange. Because it's not.
Well, it's like
It's not
turning a
nec-
smell into a taste.
Yeah, it is, and I think we could do that. If I lose smell, you can kind of gulp air. I think. Hold on.
Gulp air?
Like, could you taste the air? Like, if you
No.
needed to smell
No.
air.
No, don't
You
do
don't think
that.
so?
No, I would not. I would advise against that.
I think you could.
I don't think that's a thing. No.
When does smelling save your life? I think smelling only saves your life if you can smell smoke
Or gas.
or gas or, smelling bad food or bad milk or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. The smelling milk thing would be rough. All right. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back to talk to you more about smelling, hearing, tasting, seeing, hearing on a Monday.
Touching.